A new poll suggests Albertans support fully funding religious schools more than any other province, but there's still not a majority who believe it's a good idea. The Angus Reid poll found that 43% of respondents thought the province should fully fund religious institutions. A program director from Cardus Education, a Christian think tank, thinks the results make sense when you look at Alberta's educational landscape. Almost a quarter of the province's students attend a public Catholic school. Drive. Beth Green said an additional 4.4% of students attend independent schools, more than 61% of which are religiously affiliated. Government funding of religious schools lets Alberta families make the best choices for their children's education. Provincial results about funding religious schools from an Angus Reid poll. The poll, which Angus Reid says surveyed 1,972 Canadian adults, also said that 27% supported at least partial funding. Albertans see the benefits of having a diversity of educational options available for their children, Green added. They show it through strong enrollment in religious schools. And they confirm it through the strongest support in the country for full funding of religious schools, whether delivered in public or independent sectors. Read more. Edmonton Public urges Alberta NDP to stop public funding of private schools. For Luke Feven, the founder of Albertan Parents for Unbiased Public Inclusive Learning, a pupil, the numbers tell a different story. 30% of respondents said they don't support providing funding at all. Combine that with the 27% who only support partial funding, and that means 57% are against fully funding religious schools. It's a clear majority that don't think we should be continuing to do what we are currently doing, which is fully funding them, he said. Read more. Private schools hit back at push to have public funding withdrawn in Alberta. He also points to the fact that the three provinces that had the highest number of respondents vote for fully supporting Alberta, Saskatchewan and Ontario, are the three provinces that still provide separate streams of public funding for Catholic schools. I don't think it's that all the people want to fund religious schools. I think people sometimes just vote for whatever their normal is, Feven said. This is the normal here, so we vote to not change. Feven added the rhetoric that it's time to merge the public and Catholic school boards is getting louder all the time. He thinks it's in line with the economic situation in Alberta. I think when we had a little more money in this province, we didn't mind spending a little extra on what felt like choice, but now money's getting a little tight. The fact that we run two non-cooperative, duplicate school systems and we lose somewhere in the region of $200 million every year in inefficiencies, that gives cause for a concern. Read more. Edmonton Public School trustee candidates express views on public funding of private schools. Nationally, 39% of respondents think there should be no funding provided at all, while 30% support partial funding and 31% supported full funding.